Hey everyone, we're talking about something today that is a big problem, not just in our community, but in society, literacy. We've got the director of the Harris Literacy Center, commonly known as the AU Literacy Center, with us today to talk about steps we can take right here in the River region to ensure that all children and adults know how to read. Also, hearing loss is a common problem that affects many older adults. There are things you can do in your home right now, though, that can help you hear better. Brighter lights can even make a difference. All that and more on Jenny, starting right now. Hi everyone, thanks for joining us today. I'm Jenny Montgomery. Statistics show 21% of adults in the United States, that's about 1 in 5, are illiterate, and more than half of adults read below 6th grade level. Georgia ranks in the middle when it comes to reading proficiency. We're 26th, with nearly 80% of lower income children not reading proficiently, and almost half of higher income kids not meeting the mark. It's something the folks at Augusta University take seriously. Founded more than 20 years ago, AU's Literacy Center provides children and adults tools to learn reading skills and work independently with small groups. The center is no longer on the school's campus, but it's located in the historic Harrisburg and Laney Walker area. This is video from the ribbon cutting ceremony in 2022.
We really have 3 goals. First and foremost, we always say keep the main thing, and that is our instruction with our learners. That's our -- 1 charge. But we also are very committed to community engagement. And the third goal is to increase cultural programming. So we want our community from a young age to understand the rich history of this area.
Just as you've heard the term food desert, AU says the hub's location is in an education and book desert in Augusta. And last August, the center was renamed in honor of Dr. Paulette Harris, who founded it in 1990. Dr. Harris was the longest tenured professor at AU until she died last year at age 71. Leaders say the renaming is their way of honoring a major figure in the Augusta community. And you just saw her a moment ago in that video, and we're so pleased to have Dr. Betsy VanDeusen here with us today. She is the director of the Harris Literacy Center, and it is astounding when you see these numbers about children and even adults, I mean, who can't read and who can't read proficiently. I think about a niece of mine who is a teacher in Spartanburg. She teaches 8th grade, and she said that's her biggest issue. She said she's a math teacher, and she's like, it's hard to even work on math when they can't read at 8th grade.
Yeah.
Tell me what we're seeing post-pandemic.
Yeah, so certainly we're seeing some things post-pandemic that have made things worse, for sure. I've been involved in 2 or 3 very large-scale literacy initiatives where we've had really robust evaluations, and the 2 factors that seem to be really pronounced when you think of the reasons why our literacy rates are low are poverty and teachers really coming to some consensus on how to teach reading. And the good news on the second part is we seem to be getting to a point where there is consensus amongst the community, the literacy field, of how to teach reading, and that's with scientifically based interventions. It means that we base our decisions based on things that work for students, so that's big. The poverty issue, that's got really longer term effects, and we really know a lot about how to remedy that. It just takes awareness. It takes large-scale initiatives like the hub, where we are down at where we're really looking at the needs of our community every day, not just stopping in once in a while and giving advice, but rather we're working and living down there with them and understand their issues. So
at the Literacy Center, you're not just helping children and students, you're helping adults too.
Absolutely.
How do people find out about you?
Yeah, so the K-12 tutoring that we do is very much connected to the Richmond County school system. We get most of our students from the Richmond County area and then from the school system. We were in 35 buildings in Richmond County. And that really starts with a conversation with teacher and parent, first of all, and then the referral coming to us. That was really the Richmond County teachers request that they wanted to be on board, the school and the parent together, and then coming to us for supplemental support. So that's worked really well. Adults, really, it's more of a call-in basis. We do some advertising for it. We have some, flyers that go out, but our adult population is a little more grassroots in the sense that they have multiple needs. They're not just learning how to read like you are in school, but they have other needs. For example, the largest population of adults who want our service want computer assistance, digital literacy skills.
Okay.
So we are offering that to them. We have some retired teachers, we have other adult instructors and we have some modules to do that. If they want more formal literacy, we have an agreement with Augusta Tech, and they actually offer GED courses out of our space twice a week. And then if they want I had a wonderful community member say that she just wanted a tune-up. She said she wanted to keep up with her grandchildren. She felt like her vocabulary was slipping. So we know that the adult population, it really stems from their unique goals, whether it's employability, keeping up with the grandchildren, other things. So we don't do those on a case-by-case basis, and then we get the call and then we match to a tutor.
I love that.
Yeah.
Have you seen a difference, at least in your exposure, being down on Chaffee Street as opposed to being at the university on Somerville campus?
Yeah, so we, as you know, we've been around for 30 some years. We were over on the Forest Hills campus for a while before there was a fire there, and then we were at the public library until we came to this wonderful home. So we certainly are carrying on the legacy of the late Dr. Harris. Our mission has stayed the same. We are ramping up services in a number of ways with our move to the hub. We're seeing more students, and we're able to see some of those adults much more easily. When they had to come to the library to Somerville campus, transportation was an issue, but they're able to get to us easier. And in addition to the instruction we provide and following in Dr. Harris's legacy, we are offering community engagement activities.
The Literacy Center, by the way, is located in the Hub Center for Community Innovation. It's at 631 Chaffee Avenue. Hours are Monday to Thursday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. On Friday, it's from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. The phone number there is 706-729-2245, and you can find a lot of information on their website, literacycenter@augusta.edu.
And then also, she was a big fan of cultural activities, so arts integration and those sorts of things. So we've carried that on with a poet in residence that we've had for a while. And then also we have a comic book series that some of our AU faculty are putting together about legends in the area.
Love that.
Yeah.
Love that. And that's a great way to draw children in with comics, for sure. You have a great event coming up.
Yes.
It starts with a documentary film, and it's the community conversation, The Truth About Reading.
Yeah.
We've got just a couple of minutes left.
Sure.
Tell us a little bit about that.
So this year, one of the big sort of widely attended events called South by Southwest down in Texas at Austin, they debuted this documentary, The Truth About Reading. And it gets at some of those things I mentioned, really those two factors, poverty and how to teach reading. And really shows, first of all, how catastrophic it is when you get to be an adult and can't read.
Sure.
It chronicles
how limiting.
It chronicles some learners who learn to read much later in life. And then also what we can do about it, and that is coming to some consensus about how to teach reading, using the science that we know about how students learn. We know that it's not just phonics, but phonics is important. Okay. And luckily, in our Richmond County area, everybody's on the same page with this too, the partners that we work with. So it really highlights for the community the need, and then what we'll do after the documentary is talk about how you can take action steps yourself, where you work, and potentially as a community.
Love that. Love that. We're going to give you those details in just a second. Also, putting a little bug in your ear, there will be another back-to-school event this summer. It's going to be at the end of July, on July 27th.
Yes, it'll be our third annual, and we'll have free backpacks that we give away and lots of fun activities to earn that backpack, and free food and various other things. So we look forward to welcoming the community for a third year.
Betsy, it has been great talking with you. This segment could have been twice as long. We could just keep on going with this. But again, if you're interested in one of the programs, the community conversation, or more information about volunteering, you can find it all there. And I hope you all have a great summer, and I hope that you really are able to impact a lot of kids and adults.
Yes.
And I hope you'll come back and visit us
Oh,
again.
you know I will, and I thank you for your time.
Thank you, Betsy. Once again, the 3rd annual Community Conversation, The Truth About Reading, is coming up next Wednesday, June 5th, from 9 a.m. to noon. It's at the AU Literacy Center, which is located in the Hub for Community Innovation. A documentary will be shown highlighting the literacy problem in America. It shares proposed solutions for working toward a future where every child learns to read proficiently. The movie will be followed by a discussion on multi-level action steps for our community to take to address the problem.